Before we begin, let me make something very clear. This message is not against women. It's not an insult. It's not a war cry. It's not some weak generalization targeting all women, nor is it meant to spark hate or arrogance. It's a mirror for men. This video is a wake-up call, not a blame game. There are countless women of depth, of virtue, of strength and wisdom, women who walk like queens and speak with fire and grace. This is not about them. This is about the pattern of men giving their time, energy, and life force to women who offered nothing but confusion, noise, and emotional volatility in return. This message is for the man who has forgotten who he is, 'cause he's been too busy chasing women who've never even met themselves. And let me say this too, if you're a young man in your early college days, caught up in lust, social approval, and shallow games, this message may not be for you just yet. This isn't for the boy who's still dreaming of love stories. This is for the man who has tasted the bitterness of being lost and is finally ready to wake the hell up. You've been drained, you've been distracted, you've been caught in a cycle, chasing what feels good in the moment, but leaves you empty in the end. You tell yourself it's passion, chemistry, love, but deep down, you know it's something else. You know you've spent years trying to impress women who never saw you. You've tolerated disrespect because you didn't want to start over. You've romanticized chaos because peace felt boring. And worst of all, you've lowered your standards just to avoid being alone. You thought attention was affection. You thought sex was a connection. You thought her presence meant purpose. But the truth is, you were running from yourself. And she, the low-value woman, was just a place you chose to hide. Why do so many men keep returning to the same kind of woman, even when it costs them their peace, their focus, even their future? Because they are ruled by their instincts, not their ideals. Schopenhauer believes the human will is blind, that desire will always override logic unless it is tamed. A man who lives by unexamined desire will choose what's closest, not what's meaningful. You chase beauty without virtue, pleasure without depth, drama instead of discipline. You fall for women who feed your fantasy, not your future. Jung would say, you're possessed by your anima, the unconscious image of a woman you project onto others. You don't love her. You love what she symbolizes to the boy inside you. And that's the problem. Most men stay boys in love, seeking a mother, a savior, a muse, not a partner, not a queen, not a mirror. And that leads us here. A generation of men exhausted, disoriented, cynical, 'cause they gave their strength to women who never earned it. You want to become something great? Then hear this. He who cannot command himself must obey. If you do not command your lust, your loneliness, your inner chaos, you will obey it. You will obey the emotional roller coasters of women who pull you off your path. You will obey the craving for validation and let it destroy your discipline. You will obey your weakness and call it love. But that's not love. Spiritual enslavement. It's true love. The kind that builds legacies can only come after you've become a man who leads himself. 'Cause without self-command, you'll confuse danger with desire. You'll choose stimulation over stability, and you'll call it fate when it's really just addiction. Machiavelli once said that it is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both. Now, think about that in the context of your relationships. The woman you chase, does she love you or does she control you? She can push your buttons, bait your emotions, threaten to leave, and watch you break. Then you are not in a relationship. You are in a prison with invisible walls built from your own lack of discipline. A man who cannot walk away has no power, and a man with no power will never be respected. You think you're chasing a connection, but you're just afraid of being alone with yourself. And that fear, that's what keeps you beneath the level of men who rise. There are two kinds of women in this life. Low-value women, loud, alluring, seductive, full of drama. They mirror your ego, not your soul. They want attention, not alignment. They take, not build. They exhaust, not inspire. High-value women, quiet, steady, feminine, wise. They're not everywhere. You won't find them in the chaos. You won't attract them while you're still ruled by appetite, because the high-value woman doesn't respond to a boy playing king. She respects the man who has conquered himself. So, the longer you chase the wrong kind, the more invisible you become to the right one. You must walk away from the women who feel exciting but keep you small. You must withdraw from the noise, the games, the constant need to prove yourself. You must go into solitude and there learn who you are without attention. You must command your cravings. Discipline your emotions. Refuse to tolerate anything that dishonors your purpose, because once you do, you'll become dangerous, not to others, to your old self. The boy inside who settled for less begins to die, and the man who builds empires begins to rise. From now on, your time is sacred. Your energy is sacred. Your purpose is sacred. And anything or anyone who disturbs it doesn't belong in your world. A queen is not impressed by noise. She watches in silence, and she only joins a man who already leads himself. So stop chasing and start building. Build your focus. Build your health. Build your empire in mind, in body, in spirit. Can't, when you have become the man worthy of a crown. She will appear, not to complete you, but to stand beside you. It's the one woman in the world who didn't distract you from your path, but helped you build it into something unshakable. This was the death of the boy who begged. The man is just beginning, but the journey isn't over, because in the next video, we go further. We'll speak about the high-value woman, not as a fantasy, but as a force. You'll learn the true importance of a high-value woman for your kingdom, for your legacy, for the family you are meant to lead. Because when chosen with wisdom, the right woman isn't just love. She's infrastructure. She's alignment. It's the womb from which your future is born. Don't miss it. Your empire depends on it. Remember, you were not made to chase what drains you. You were made to build what outlives you. And the right woman, she's not your escape. She's your echo in eternity. Because the right woman is not just a partner. She is the foundation. It's her. And you risk building your empire on sand. but choose her well, and you'll build something no storm can break.